My dad found out how much I earn, so he showed up with my spoiled sister and demanded. That I give him. I haven't spoken to my dad in 3 years. He made it clear a long time ago that my younger sister Chloe was his only priority. So when my doorbell rang yesterday morning at 7:00 a.m., I wasn't expecting to see him standing on my porch. And I definitely wasn't expecting Chloe to be standing right behind him, holding a $5,000 designer handbag and looking incredibly bored. I didn't even get a chance to say hello. My dad shoved past me, marching straight into my living room like he owned the place. Chloe trailed right behind him, her heels clicking loudly against the hardwood floor. Before I could ask what the hell they were doing in my house, my dad slammed a thick manila folder onto my kitchen island. "We need to talk about your income," he said. His voice was cold and authoritative. I stared at the folder. The tab had my legal name on it. I opened it and felt the blood instantly drain from my face. It was a copy of my latest tax return. It showed exactly what my tech startup had grossed last year, and my personal take-home pay, a number with a whole lot of zeros. "How did you get this?" I asked, keeping my voice dangerously low. My dad waved his hand dismissively. "Your Uncle Dave is still your accountant. He thought I should know how well my son is doing, especially when this family is in a time of extreme need. Breach of fiduciary duty. Uncle Dave was going to lose his CPA license by the end of the week, but right now, I had a much bigger problem standing in my kitchen. "What do you want?" I asked. Chloe finally spoke up. "I'm in a little bit of debt," she pouted, though her eyes were completely dead and unapologetic. "And I need a house. Renting is for peasants." My dad crossed his arms and glared at me. "Your sister has $80,000 in credit card debt. She also found a lovely condo downtown for $400,000. Since you clearly have more money than you know what to do with, you're going to clear her debt and buy her that condo in cash." I actually laughed. It wasn't a happy laugh. It was hollow, sharp, and full of disbelief. "Are you out of your mind?" His face turned purple with rage. "I raised you. I put a roof over your head for 18 years. You owe this family. You kicked me out on my 18th, birthday with nothing but a trash bag of clothes." I yelled, the memories of sleeping in my beat-up car flooding back. "I worked 3 jobs just to eat. I taught myself coding in a public library while you drained my childhood savings account to buy Chloe a brand new BMW. That is in the past," he snapped, brushing off my struggle. "You are rich now? Family helps family. You will wire the money today or I am going to the press. I will go to your board of directors. I will tell them what a selfish deadbeat son you are. I'll make sure everyone knows you abandon your own blood. Extortion. Plain and simple." Chloe smirked, checking her perfectly manicured nails. "Just write the check, big brother. It's literal pocket change for you. Don't be greedy." I took a deep breath. The anger that had been boiling inside me suddenly went ice cold. I looked at the two of them. I reached into my pocket, pulled out my phone, and tapped the screen. I had hit record the second my dad shoved his way inside. "First of all," I said, my voice dead calm, "this recording is going straight to my lawyer. Extortion is a felony." My dad's smug expression immediately faltered. "Second," I continued, opening a drawer in my island and pulling out a different folder, "you should really do your own research before coming into my house." I slid the papers across the granite counter to him. "What is this?" he muttered, looking down. "That is a background check I ran on Chloe last month," I said. "I like to keep tabs on liabilities." I watched his eyes scan the document. I watched his face go from purple to a sickening pale gray. "Chloe doesn't have $80,000 in credit card debt," I explained, leaning over the counter. "She forged your signature and took out a second mortgage on your house. She blew the money on designer clothes, luxury vacations, and that bag she's holding." Chloe let out a sharp gasp, taking a quick step back toward the front door. "The bank sent the foreclosure notice to your address 2 days ago," I said, staring directly into my dad's terrified eyes. "You aren't losing your house because of me. You're losing it because of your precious golden child." The silence in the room was deafening. My dad slowly turned his head to look at Chloe, who was already crying, shaking her head in a panic. "Oh, and one more thing," I said, walking to the front door and pulling it wide open. "Uncle Dave's accounting firm just got bought out by a private equity group." "My private equity group?" I pointed outside. "Get off my property before I have you both arrested for trespassing." They didn't say another word. My dad stumbled out like a ghost, Chloe trailing behind him, sobbing hysterically. I locked the door, picked up my phone, and called my corporate lawyer. It was time to finalize Uncle Dave's firing and hand over the extortion tape.